Novak Djokovic definitely owes Jannik Sinner a drink, another Gucci bag, and some carrots after today. Hi, my name is Christian Bastine, and you're watching Grand Slam Tennis News today. Novak Djokovic advanced to his 12th ATP semifinals today, but now without some help from Jannik Sinner. The fourth-ranked Italian delighted his home crowd with another hard-fought three-set victory, this one being over Holger Rune with a score of 6-2, 5-7, 6-4. Sinner finishes the green group play with a perfect 3-0 record. Second place Djokovic concluded his group play with a 7-6, 4-6, 6-1 win over alternate Hubie Hurkacz this morning. Hurkacz replaced Stefanos Tsitsipas, who withdrew from his second match against Holger Rune due to an injury. Tsitsipas' withdrawal honestly threw a wrench in this green group, as Sinner still had not qualified for the semifinals before today's matches, despite beating Tsitsipas in straight sets on day one. The Italian backed up that win with perhaps the biggest of his career, downing Novak Djokovic for the first time 7-5, 6-7, 7-6. Jannik qualified for the Final Four only after Novak dropped that second set to Hurkacz. The Serb semifinal hopes were in Sinner's hands, as a Jannik win over Holger would send the Serb through, but if Sinner had lost to Rune, then Djokovic would be eliminated. The question on everyone's mind was, will Jannik go ahead and take the match so that he doesn't have to worry about potentially facing his biggest threat, Novak, in the championship match? I even made the joke that Sinner was smart for starting this match off strong and then dropping the second set and likely the third set, citing a back injury. I thought the match was ruinous, especially when Jannik kept grabbing at that back area in the second and early part of the third set. That seemed to resolve itself though, as he came out strong in that third set with a handful of breakpoint chances that Rune fended off. Holger did have a chance to serve for the match at 5-3 breakpoint up, but he could not close. I have to say, I am very impressed with Sinner and how hard he fought and competed out there today. He could have easily just laid down after dropping that second set and saved some energy for the knockout stages, but he pushed and willed himself to victory. I'm also pretty sure he already had clinched the first place spot after winning that opening set too. I think the home touring crowd played a major factor not only here but in that big victory over Novak. And that's not to take anything away from Sinner though, because he's been on fire as of late. He's won his last 9 matches and 7 of those wins came against top 15 players. A lot of Novak antis were pissed at Jannik for not just laying down, but there was still a lot on the line for him tonight. Each round robin victory earns a player nearly $400,000 and 200 ranking points. Plus, a win is a win, and I'm sure he didn't want to be handed a third straight loss to Holger and in front of his home fans nonetheless. People also fail to realize that when you're a world-class athlete out there competing, winning is of the utmost importance. I also think Jannik is on a mission right now to dispel all of that overrated talk. For the longest time, his biggest accomplishment was having a decent head-to-head versus Carlos Alcaraz, but now he has a master title to his name, he's cracked the top 5, and he finally overcame the likes of Djokovic and Medvedev. Sinner has evolved very nicely as a player this latter part of the season. Now back to the whole conversation about Jannik giving Djokovic another lifeline so that he could then perhaps be beaten by the Serb in the final. It is a pretty valid thought, not gonna lie. This takes me back to the 2014 WTA Finals when Simona Halep beat Serena Williams in the round robin stage, and for Simona's final group stage match, she had already clinched her semifinal spot, and if she had lost to Ana Ivanovic in straight sets, Williams would be eliminated. Simo did end up winning a set, but she was then handed a beatdown in the finals by a vengeful Williams. I think that's less likely to happen here because of course the competition is very stiff, and Zverev, Alcaraz, and Medvedev could all very well take down the Italian in that semifinal match. But it's also worth noting that Novak is not invincible. Yes, he hardly loses, but many of the Joker's recent wins have been nail-biting 3-setters. He isn't playing his best tennis at the moment, and those red group players could very well send him packing in the semifinals too. However, I think coming so close to being eliminated will only cause Novak to up his level even higher, so I definitely would not be shocked at all to see him raise a record 7th finals trophy come Sunday. Briefly talking about the red group, Daniil Medvedev has already secured his semifinal spot after beating Andrei Rublev and Alexander Zverev in straight sets. Rublev, who made the semifinals last year, will not be rejoining us in the Final Four as he is eliminated. By the way, I hope Andrei's knee is alright before his match against Zverev, because this was a bit much. Alcaraz, meanwhile, faces Medvedev tomorrow, and if the Spaniard wins, he reaches the semifinals. Alcaraz will also advance if he loses and Zverev loses. Basically, Zverev has to win in order to even give himself a shot to qualify. That's all for this video, and let me know in the comments whether you think Sinner should have tanked the match to avoid the Novak threat. I personally think going ahead and winning was the right way to go, but I could end up eating my words by Sunday. Also, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so you're notified whenever I post my championship match preview for the finals, because I'm not making a semifinal preview. I have too much on my plate as is. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time here on Grand Slam Tennis News Today.